Hello everybody, it's TannerFishies here, back again with a new Ninjago video here on the channel. In today's video we're going to be taking a look at round 4 of my Ninjago Hot Takes series. This is the series of videos where I ask you guys to submit your spicy Ninjago opinions, and I will pick a few to discuss on the channel in a video such as this one. Like I said, this is part 4, and like always, I went ahead and put up a community tab post asking you guys to leave some spicy Ninjago opinions, and we got over 2,000 likes on that post and over 1.3 thousand comments. That's a lot of comments. I do apologize that this video took so long to actually put together, but I do have other videos in production as well aside from these ones, so I hope you guys understand. But in terms of this video, let's go ahead and take a look at some Ninjago hot takes. We're going to be taking a look at some opinions of Ninjago fans that might be a little spicy, controversial, maybe. Not all of you guys will probably agree with these opinions. In fact, most of you probably won't, but that's what makes them fun. Also, for a quick disclaimer, I will be showcasing usernames in this video, so if you do come across an opinion that maybe you don't fully agree with, don't go out of your way to attack people. This is all just in good fun, and it's to get a discussion rolling. It's for the sake of discussion and nothing more. Let's go ahead and get into it. Let's take a look at the first hot take, and then we'll go through the rest that I've actually selected for this video. The writers took all of Kai's personality and put it into Nia. That's certainly an interesting hot take. I feel like Kai definitely needs some type of development and storyline to himself in the modern day Ninjago world, and I feel like, yeah, Nia does indeed have a lot of Kai's personality traits, but I don't think it's enough to say that Kai doesn't have a personality. I could totally tell what his character is all about nowadays as well. It's just that Kai and Nia are siblings. It's obvious that their personalities might be a little similar. I do agree that in the modern day, Nia has definitely gained a lot more development than Kai has, but I don't think that Kai doesn't have a personality anymore, though I do understand where this take is coming from, obviously. The first 6 episodes of Season 2, the filler episodes, were in my opinion really enjoyable to watch. I even like the hated episodes like Pirates vs. Ninja and Double Trouble. They at least had some plot progression, unlike the filler from Season 11. I can agree with that. I'm kind of infamous for not really enjoying the filler episodes of Season 2, quote-unquote filler episodes, but I do understand where their appeal is and why people like them. I personally don't. I do like Double Trouble a little bit, but Pirates vs. Ninja is one of my least favorite episodes, so not really too keen on that one. Though I do agree with this point here, they do have some plot progression, unlike the filler from Season 11. That's true, I can give them that. Dr. Saunders would have been a more memorable character, and the reveal of Crux would have been more surprising if he was in more seasons before or mentioned more. Yeah, I agree with this 100%. This is something that we've kind of talked about before too, but Dr. Saunders' reveal was very lackluster, very flat, and I think it's just because, you know, we only had known Dr. Saunders for like half a season prior. He showed up in Dave the Departed and then Hands of Time. If it was somebody like the Postman that turned out to be Crux, I think the series would have gained a lot more traction with that reveal. Imagine that for a second. Lloyd's golden power should be brought up at least once before the series comes to a conclusion. No one cares if it's too strong or OP. We need to see the wonders and miracles of the golden power at least for a season. I do agree with this. I mean, golden power was very much teased to us during Ninjago Season 2 and Season 3 when Lloyd lost it. There was still a lot that we hadn't seen golden power do, and I very much want to see a season exploring that. I very much agree with this statement. Lloyd's golden power should totally be brought up at least one more time before the series wraps up. Lloyd being focused on a lot doesn't make him a bad character, and there are actually good seasons past the oh-so-holy Oni trilogy. I do agree with this as well. The Oni trilogy is very good in my opinion, but there are good seasons afterwards, like seasons 12, 13, and now recently season 15. But in terms of Lloyd being focused on a lot, I do agree that doesn't make him a bad character. If anything, it just adds more development to his character. I think what most people's issues are with Lloyd, though, is that he has too much spotlight, or at least he did before they started to balance things out a little bit more. The intros, they have gotten lazy. First of all, I really love this sentence, but also I kind of agree, kind of disagree. I think the intros have gotten a lot more simple. They kind of showcase events from the previous episode and then just dive right into things, but I don't consider them to be lazy. A lot of them are quite beautiful. In terms of visuals, music, I do agree that the older style of intros will forever be iconic, and I do miss them to an extent, but the new intros I can find enjoyment in as well. Lloyd should have died in March of the Oni, and the seasons after should have been about the ninja trying to restore the balance, without the green ninja savior or something along those lines, and others might have gotten better development with Lloyd's death. I'm not so sure how to feel about this one. I think having Lloyd die in March of the Oni might have been an awkward place to leave his character off, but I am glad that we got to see the afterlife with the first Spinjitzu Master. That was always fun, but I'm not so sure if Lloyd dying would be such a good choice. I do like the idea, though, of the others having to get over Lloyd's departure. Maybe Lloyd could leave in a different way or something like that down the line, but we should probably go ahead and resolve this whole Nia leaving the team first before we get into the possibilities of Lloyd leaving. Hot take, Jay's character depth isn't great. He has nothing to him except that he's Nia's boyfriend. I'm not saying that there should be less Jaya moments, I'm just saying Jay needs more character depth than that. I can agree to an extent with this as well, and I think that Season 16 might actually deliver some very heartfelt character moments for Jay. Season 15 already stepped it up quite a bit with Jay, especially towards the ending, so I can't wait to see what the future holds for this ninja in particular. Season 15 was just an excuse to boot off Nia. I'm not so sure about that. I mean, I know a lot of people don't really have an issue with Nia. A lot of people love Nia. I've seen a lot of negative reactions towards Nia leaving. I don't think they used it as an excuse to boot off Nia. I think this is just a way to build up her character a little more, which is something that I was hoping for a long time now. So I'm really happy about that. I hope that we get to see more of what this turns into in the future. I actually tolerate the love triangle in Rebooted because we get so many hilarious moments, and it does provide an interesting conflict between Jay and Cole, which concluded pretty well in Tournament of Elements. Yeah, I really enjoy the love triangle as well. I know it's very much a big point of debate among the Ninjago community. Lots of folks just absolutely hate the love triangle from Rebooted between, of course, Jay, Cole, and Nia, and a lot of people feel like it's out of place, maybe a little too dumb for that season, just kind of lowers the season in terms of quality for a lot of people. I think it's fine, and like this comment says, it provides a lot of conflict between Jay and Cole, which is true. It ultimately led to one of the best episodes of Tournament, which was Versus, so can't really complain too much about that. I do agree it is kind of out of place, and Nia probably shouldn't have had that much of an interest in Cole just based off of what a machine told her, but hey, I guess whatever works, right? Ninjago would be better as a full-blown anime. I've always said that Ninjago would have been better if it was like more anime-esque. I mean, if Ninjago was not a LEGO property, you could expand on so much more. LEGO, in my opinion, does indeed kind of drag Ninjago down, and it doesn't really let it be as mature as it wants to be, but we've had mature and dark seasons before, so I can't really complain too much about that. Though I do admit that Ninjago as a concept would work very well as an anime series. Ninjago by default is a LEGO brand, and it's probably not going to branch out to anything like that anytime soon. Instead of Clutch Powers somehow managing to steal the Storm Amulet, there should have been an epic battle between the Merlopians and the Keepers over it, instead of going to the Explorers Club again. I agree with this wholeheartedly. I feel like that would have made for a much better episode, as opposed to, oh, let's have the ninja try to answer the riddle of the Sphinx in order to get into the Explorers Club. Wow, what a riveting episode. Yeah, I agree. There should have been some type of Merlopian Keepers battle over the Storm Amulet. Would have made things a lot more exciting. Hot take, Day of the Departed is better than The Island. Day of the Departed was an extended episode, while The Island was a rushed, quick season that could have benefited from an entire season. Day of the Departed was a good way to show important things quickly, and was entertaining. The Island was just sloppy all around. Don't mind if I disagree with this one. I feel like Day of the Departed kind of suffers from the same things that they're saying that The Island suffers from, such as, you know, it could have benefited from an entire season. Day of the Departed is a very good concept, and I feel like if they would have made it an actual season, like a full 10-episode long season, it would have been infinitely better. I do agree, though, that The Island does indeed feel rushed to some extent, but I still enjoy it over Day of the Departed. Gonna have to disagree with this one, I guess. Zane needs a new season. Let's be honest. Yeah, let's be honest, he totally does. I feel like Ninjago should totally get on making Zane a new season, but first we need a Jay and Kai team-up season. I feel like that would be a very logical next step to the story. The show hit its highest point in the 2015 to 2016 era when the Tournament of Elements, Possession, and Skybound were released. Majority of Ninjago fans will have at least one of those 3 seasons in their top 3 seasons list. Those 3 seasons are the best to me as well. I do agree that one of Ninjago's highest points was that era. 2015 was a fantastic year for Ninjago. 2016 was a little less fantastic, but still good nonetheless. I feel like Ninjago still hasn't hit that peak. I mean, 2018 was also a very good year. 2020 was a very good year for Ninjago as well, but in terms of the hype level and I guess the Ninjago community being at its peak, yeah, I do agree that 2015 to 2016, that's about when it was, I guess, the highest, and I do agree that those 3 seasons are very good. Moro should have been reborn as a human again after Day of the Departed instead of staying dead. It would be good character development for him, and he would have really helped out most of the ninja. Not only that, this will also give him some character development too because he used to be a ghost. I can agree with that. I feel like Moro could totally come back and join the ninja team if he really wanted to. I mean, he's redeemed himself a couple of of times now, but for all intents and purposes in the show, yeah, he's very much gone. But in terms of him turning into a human in Day of the Departed, I'm not sure if that would have been a good idea. Might have taken away from the impact of Cole turning into a human, but maybe sometime down the line they could reintroduce Morrow and do something like this. Hot take, the Hagmans need to come back. I don't know about that. I feel like if they very much wanted to, if they wanted to come back and write for the show again, the show would welcome them with open arms. However, I feel like the current writers are doing just fine. Legends of Chima in many ways was just as good a show as Ninjago. I can't really confirm or deny this. I've only seen the first 2 episodes of Legends of Chima, but from what I've heard, it's not as good as Ninjago. But those of you guys that have seen both, leave a comment down below talking about what you think about this comment. Was Chima just as good as Ninjago or not so much? With that being said, guys, that'll pretty much do it for this round of Ninjago hot takes. Don't worry if your hot take did not get chosen for this one. I had to sift through 1,000 comments, and if I could have included all of them, I would have. However, we've only chosen a couple here today. But of course, that doesn't mean that we have to stop there. I will definitely be doing another video in this series later down the line. So if you want to go ahead and get a chance to maybe be in a future hot takes video, feel free to subscribe so you don't miss out on when that new announcement goes out for the next series of Ninjago hot takes. Thank you so much for checking out this video, guys. Leave a comment down below talking about what you think about this video, and which hot take do you think was the spiciest? Leave all your thoughts down below in the comments, and hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and check out the links down below in the description for my other forms of social media. As always, big shout out goes out to my Patreon supporters, including once again the marvelous Jan. Thank you guys so much for watching this video once again. My name is TannerFishies, and with that I bid you farewell.